Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, September the 13th. The time right now is 5 minutes to 1 in the afternoon. Overnight market are pretty quiet on the relative basis. Tonight is going to be the night because the night is going to be seeing the release of the US CPI numbers. Market expect CPI numbers to actually rise with the core CPI numbers year-on-year basis to rise back above 4% to about 4.3%. So we can see that happening in crude oil prices. So it's almost inevitable that we're going to see a uptick in inflation numbers in the States. Now, as far as the various markets are concerned, let's start with the equity markets. Here, what we have in front of you is the micro E-mini futures. We can see that overnight we have a bump up in Dow Jones to 35,205, slightly above the area in which I thought the market is going to find some kind of resistance, and the level is 35,000 to 35,189. So we have a high of 35,205 before the market comes back down. Right now it's trading just under the 35,000 levels, and let's see what happens tonight going forward. Now, based on the outlook of the structure that we see in front of us, there is a possibility that the Dow may actually do a three-wave corrective rebound back to 35,426 to 35,687 range. I think that is an area of concern. Obviously, a more important level will be the 35,531 to 35,844. So between these two levels, I think somewhere around here we're going to see a peak in equity prices as far as the Dow is concerned. Thereafter, I am maintaining a slightly bearish outlook in equity prices going into the balance of the month itself. And in the S&P 500, we see that the price has attempted to go higher, but yesterday it failed to take out the high at 4,547 and 3/4. The high traded on Monday was actually 4,543 and a half. Yesterday, there was no new attempt to take out this level. In fact, the price has actually reverted downwards from this area in which I previously highlighted, where I expect to see the re-emergence of selling interest. The area is 4,534 and a quarter to 4,560 and 3/4. So prices right now is just hovering above the 4,500 levels, with the danger that it may actually go down because we have already seen a three-wave rally. Unlike what we see in the Dow has not finished its three-wave rally, but in the S&P 500 and in particularly the Nasdaq, we see that the three-wave rally rebound has already ended, and the recent attempt to go higher has failed. So that points more likely to the downside rather than the upside. And in the Nasdaq 100, again using the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures as a guide. Sorry, this is not the one. I'm going to show you this one. I'm going to show you the futures contract here. We can see that there is a very clear three-wave rally to 15,661 and a quarter. And yesterday we have an attempt to go higher. In fact, this morning we have an attempt to go higher, and high traded in electronic trading session is 15,514 and a half. Not sure what is the cause for this bump up, because prices was looking to come down at the end of New York trading session last night. So that being the case, topside is still going to be restricted, in my opinion, to 15,500 to 15,870 range. I'm still maintaining a somewhat bearish outlook with a possibility of a near-term test of the 15,000 levels to 15,052 and a half. Now, over in Hong Kong, we can see that the Hang Seng Index has not been able to maintain its rebound. There was a very feverish attempt to rally, and the price now is coming back down again, and that is likely to cause the price to actually unravel below this low that we saw here at 17,539 last traded on August 21st. So bearish outlook in the Hang Seng, and we are also looking at the in the Nikkei, we are also looking that the market may have already finished its first attempt to rally. The market kept out at 32,680, which is within expectation, because earlier on I was expecting some kind of resistance to emerge from 32,640 to 32,760, and price has attempted this level, failed, and come back down. And if this market extend lower below 32,170, it's definitely going to gun for this level, which is the next level of support at 31,500 to 31,700 range. Over in the dollar itself, you can see dollar remains very well bid on a relative basis. Yes, we did see a pullback to a 1 month low for the dollar index itself, 105.12 to as low as 104.39. Sorry, I correct myself, this is not a 1 month drop. This is the lowest we have seen in a week itself. So likely to be the case. I think the unfolding here looks like to be a simple three-wave pullback to at least test the 104 levels. So do watch out for some kind of support to re-emerge at the 104 levels. And unless this price is taken out, the next level of support is possibly around the 103.20 to 103.65 levels. Okay, and over in the principal currency, there was a reversal of trend, basically, so to say. The market actually rebounded to a high of 107.68 before it comes back down. Last night it touched this level of 106.90 and then go back up again this morning to challenge this 107.67 levels. I think the market will go into this bracket of prices at 107.70 to 108.10 levels, and we will have to look at how the market reacts here. Tonight is going to be key. I think the dollar is going to move tonight. Okay, and in sterling, we can see that the sterling rebound has not been as aggressive as in the euro. So yes, the market has actually gone up to 125.48, pull back down into this bracket of prices at 124.27 to 124.83 before it attempt to rebound. But you can see the rebound on the relative basis, the euro has been less than ideal. So I think the market is still pointing downwards. And if that's the case, I have another target here at 122.75 to 123.45 levels. So do watch out for another dip into these levels. Over in the Aussie seems to be doing relatively well. We have a initial rally to 0.64.5, and we see a bit of a pullback last night. And I think the market will be trying to accumulate some more before it attempt higher levels to test the 0.6522 levels. So I think there is still the possibility of another uptick to test the 0.65 levels. Over in dollar yen, yes, we saw the big drop here on Monday from 147.87 all the way to 145.90 levels, and we can see the recovery has been ongoing for more than 24 hours now. So now the market is likely to cover this gap left behind by Monday opening in Asia. So if this gap is fully covered and the market cannot take up 147.90, it's likely to unravel to test the 145 levels. Okay, and dollar Canadian, also looking a little bit toppish. We can see the high is 12.3694 has been progressively been trading lower. I think is on course to test the 135 levels going forward in the very near future. So perhaps tonight will be the night. We will have to watch how the market reacts here, and I think there's a good chance it will hold. And over in crude oil is on a tear right now. Crude oil is already trading at 10 months high at $89.37 with very little pullback. I'm still hoping to be able to buy at $85.46 to $86.06 if the market ever pull back. But in the meantime, the market looks like it's going to gun higher to $92 or even $93.74. And over in the precious metals, we can see gold prices dipped last night and is likely to go into this bracket of prices, which I think it may find support here. And this area around the 1900 levels between 1,897 to 1,905, I think should be able to offer some kind of decent support here, and we will see how the market can react here. Okay, and in the silver market has been basing very, very well, and I think that the market may have already find some kind of a base around here and it's getting ready to charge higher. So there is a very high possibility that we may see precious metal actually trending to the upside after the release of the CPI numbers tonight. And over in Bitcoin has a mysterious rise over the last 24 hours. Market dipped below 25,000 to the lowest we have seen since June, and now market has come back to above 26,000 to a high of $26,579 before we see a bit of a pullback. So this market right now, possibly we can see likely to be a move towards the upside potentially. And if you are looking to buy, perhaps you can look for somewhere at a 50% mark here, and that will be a good level to actually consider taking up a long position. So let's see what happens here. Now let me redo this here. Okay, at the 50% mark, that will be about 25,700 price range here. So we will watch for how price reacts. Currently the market is actually very close to the 50% mark. So if you are keen to buy for a short-term trade, then maybe this level could be a possibility. So this is all I have for you for today. In the meantime, you take care. I'll come back to you tomorrow with another update. Bye-bye. Take care.